Today on BigCTV, we review Now You See Me. We also give you a test drive of Grand Theft Auto Online. We talk about the latest TV shows and TV Talk, a brand new segment. And we talk about next-gen consoles. Don't go away, all of that's next. Hey everyone, I'm Chris aka Big C, and welcome to BigCTV episode 13. As you can tell, I'm kind of low on my voice right now. I'm working a 60-hour work week, so that's part of why this episode was delayed. But here I am. We're going to get this thing going. So, yeah, that's why I have no voice. So if you can't hear me very well, I apologize, but, you know, that's life. Anyway, we have a pretty packed episode because there are several things I wasn't able to do because we didn't do an episode last week, but we're doing one this week. So we're going to get things kicked off with a video review of Now You See Me, which recently came out on Blu-ray and DVD. So here's our review of Now You See Me. Heist thrillers and magicians are not two things you would normally bring hand in hand. But when it comes to the new movie Now You See Me, they actually work quite well. Now You See Me stars four very impressive actors. Of course, they are Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Isla Fisher, and Dave Franco as four magicians known as the Four Horsemen, who team up in order to answer to a greater power or join the League of Elite Magicians, something to that effect. They weren't extremely clear on that, but that's what I got from it. In order to do so, they have to perform some extremely impressive magic tricks, as well as kind of heists, where they rob from the rich and give to the poor. So they're kind of like modern-day Robin Hood. Hot on their tail, we have a FBI agent, played by the Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo, and a wealthy benefactor of theirs who is later robbed in the film, played by Michael Caine. You also have a former magician who likes to expose magicians' tricks, played by Morgan Freeman. It's funny that this film includes a couple reunitings of a couple co-stars from previous films. Of course, Caine and Freeman worked together on the Dark Knight trilogy, and Eisenberg and Harrelson worked together on Zombieland. So it's kind of funny to see these different actors reunite in a different role. The film is very enjoyable and features a lot of exciting action scenes, some impressive magic scenes, and the whole time you're scratching your head wondering, okay, how'd they do that? Which should be expected from a magician-themed film. All in all, I think it's a very flashy, very well-done thriller that includes a lot of interesting stuff. And if you're a fan of heist films or magic or both, you're probably going to enjoy it. Not only that, but, I mean, considering the pedigree of the actors involved, how can you not watch it? In summary, Now You See Me is a really enjoyable heist thriller that features some really interesting magical heist and a really impressive cast. It's sure to delight fans of both the magic and thriller genres. We award Now You See Me a B+, or very good. Okay, so next we are going to do a test drive of Grand Theft Auto Online, the online component of Grand Theft Auto 5. It's pretty exciting, so take a look. Hey everyone, this is Chris. We are playing Grand Theft Auto Online, the online component of Grand Theft Auto 5. To really showcase how this game is set up, I'm actually going to make a new character for you. Now if you notice, since I'm talking, my new character's mouth is moving. That is because the mouth of your character is linked to your microphone, which right now I'm using Kinect as my microphone, so that's why it's moving like that. So yeah, kind of cool. So right now what I'm going to be doing is making my new character for Grand Theft Auto 5. So you can actually set up your grandparents, what they look like. So let's see what I want my grandparents to look like. Okay, that's good. My grandfather This is my grandmother on my mom's side, so this determines what my mom looks like. We'll go with that. Now this is how much I resemble my mother, so let's see how much I want to change at that. I kind of want to resemble my mother, pretty much. I'm going to make a female character for this one. My dad's mother. Yeah, I'll go with that. My dad's father. That looks like a nice guy. Ha! And there's a little tip and trick for you. If you press Y when you are selecting your dad's father, you can or your dad, you can actually select John Marsden from Red Dead Redemption as your father. So that's kind of cool. So I have John Marsden as my father. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, so now I get to select my gender. I'm going to be female. See how I look. I don't like my hairstyle really, but you can change that. Clearly I want to resemble my mother a bit more. There we go. That looks pretty good. So that's going to be my character. Alright, so now I'm going to save and continue. Now that I've seen what my character looks like. Now what you're going to do is you're going to set up your character's lifestyle. And depending on how you set that up, is what's going to set up your attributes. So right now I'm sleeping for 7.5 hours. So let's not do that. Sleep for 5 hours, something like that. Friends and family. Now depending on what you do, that's going to improve certain aspects of your abilities. So like doing illegal work, that improves my driving. Partying, that doesn't improve driving, but it can improve everything else. Let's spend less time sitting on the couch. Let's do some legal work. Playing sports and working out. It's gonna make me stronger. I have 1 hour left to assign. Let's do illegal work. There we go. So those are gonna be my stats. So now I'm gonna change my appearance. I am gonna be maybe 21. I'm a youngster. No hats. That gave me a kind of sexy look. It look like pink. Yeah. Not that many good hairstyles for female characters in this. Don't like pigtails. Mohawk. That's not that good. I like that. It's probably the best one. My hair color is chestnut. Go with that. She's a diva. Alright, so that is my character. So now I'm going to save my character and go into the world, and we'll show you the first couple parts of the game. First, I need to name my character. What should her name be? I'll go with my mainstay female name. Cortana from Halo. Yes, I am ready. So this is the opening cutscene, and this actually changes depending on what your character is. So here we go. And the little thing on the side is just telling you like what you can do in the game, so that's kind of cool. There's a lot of graphical popping during this cutscene, but you know, that's to be expected. It's what you gotta do. Grand Theft Auto Online! Woo!
You're right.
There's my girl. Let's get off the plane.
God damn, girl, you fine as a motherfucker. Oh, I mean that like not like in a stalker type way or nothing. I'm just saying like you do look good. You know, we've been friends online for so long. You know, it's time for us to take our relationship a little bit further. You know, like in like a sexual way or something. Oh, my bad. It ain't like that. Excuse me. You know. Fuck it. That's neither here nor there. Despite the rejection, I'm still gonna help you get settled in, baby. You know, you might not be the flowers type girl, but I got something else for you. Hi, y'all. Welcome to Los Santos. Untraceable. Give me a tug here. My bad. Okay, let's go. Hey, baby, it is a gang of opportunities in Los Santos. I mean, that's if you got the nuts. But, you know, your boy know people all over the city. Like my boy Hal. He like literally the best mechanic in town. And my boy Simeon, you know, he the best bullshit artist in town with the bullshit now. And my boy G, or any of the homies from family, baby, you straight. Matter of fact, I'm gonna run you the house right now, because he might get you a little race or something. You know what I'm talking about? You like cars, right? Yeah. Put up a little wage, you know. I got my money on you, baby. Got a lot of shit on you. Ooh, hey, that's my shit.
We have to live through.
What you wanna do? What should I do? Should I hang with the lady? Should I hang with the
So as you can see, because of the credits, clearly this game was kind of like its own thing, even though it's the online portion of GTA 5. It's being treated as if it's its own game. And rightfully so, because it basically is. So even if you play GTA 5, you should play this and treat it like it's a new experience, because it really is. Smell like a bitch. That's what I want to do. Not really.
This is fire, baby. Hey, just go post up and wait for me right now.
Alright, so now we're going to do the first race of the game. Had some difficulty getting this to work, so I changed it, so now I'm solo. Don't know what that noise is.
What's up with that shit, man? What kind of whip you trying to push, homie?
Alright, let's do it. Alright, here we go. Everybody left, so it's just me.
Let's see what you got.
This is what I wanted anyway. Let's see how I do. Probably badly. I'm not particularly good at driving Grand Theft Auto cars.
You gotta try harder than that, girl.
I will do what I can, Lamar. Well, that wasn't good. Luckily, he basically lets you win. So that's good.
He owns your ass, fool.
I'm actually doing a lot better this race than I did the first time. First time I did it on my original character, I wiped out like 2 or 3 times.
You up.
So we'll see if I can actually hold up. I'm not counting on it, but you never know. Maybe I'll actually win. Probably not.
You ain't got a chance.
Oh, Lamar crashed. I might have a chance to win.
That shit ain't funny, girl.
I think it's damn funny. Boy. Still in the lead. Almost there. Almost to the end. It looks like I'm actually going to win this race. Yeah, buddy. And I finished first. $2,100. And I ranked up. Yay! I am a winner. Alright, so that was our first taste of Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sure we'll do plenty more of these later on and show off some other GTA 5 online missions and stuff. But in the meantime, I figure that's a good taste. So, yep. Thanks for watching this test drive of Grand Theft Auto Online. Alright, so next we're going to do a segment entitled TV Talk, where we talk about all the goings-on the latest TV shows and whatnot. I will warn you ahead of time, there are going to be some spoilerish discussions, and I will tell you ahead of time what shows they are, which I'm going to do right now. So the shows we're going to be covering are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the first 2 episodes. We're also going to cover How I Met Your Mother and Once Upon a Time. So if you don't want the newest episodes of those shows to be spoiled, I'd skip ahead and not watch this segment. So here's TV Talk. Alright, so of course nowadays is the big TV kickoff of the season where all the shows are back and they're showing all the new stuff. So I got to catch 3 of highly anticipated shows. One, of course, is two, of course, are old favorites, and then one's a brand new one. So let's get kicked off with an older show that's in its last season, How I Met Your Mother, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. Absolutely adore it. I think it's one of the best comedies on TV. So this is season 9. It's the final season of the show, and the entire season is going to be covering Barney and Robin's wedding. So that's kind of interesting. So they're kind of changing the format a little bit, excuse me, to focus on that aspect of the show about the wedding. So that's interesting. The first few episodes really established that. They also went over some of the storylines that happened at the end of season 9, such as Ted possibly moving to Chicago, and then Lily moving to Italy, and Marshall getting a judgeship in New York. So it covered all those things, but mostly focused on, them being in Farhampton, getting ready to meet the mother. In the season premiere, which was actually 2 episodes, we were introduced to Marshall's driving buddy, because Marshall was in Minnesota with his son, and needed to drive to Farhampton to be at the wedding. So we were introduced to his driving buddy, who he doesn't exactly get along with, played by Sherry Shepherd. They were both kicked off the plane due to being disruptive and it being super packed. That was one of the storylines of the season premiere. And then they fought over rental cars, which was also kind of funny, but it wasn't really a big focus. And then there's lots of different things going on, but the big thing I like about the current season is it's doing kind of a combination of flashbacks and flash forwards. So in the latest episode, there was a scene with Ted talking with who we know as the mother, who Lily got to see in the season premiere, but didn't know, obviously, that was going to be the mother. And having this really heartfelt conversation a year after they meet. So that's kind of exciting. But I really like the direction the show is going in. So hopefully it's going to be a good final season. I'm really optimistic, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, next show on the list is Once Upon a Time. Of course, the big fairy tale theme show on ABC. I've been a big fan of Once just because I'm a big Disney fan, and of course, if you're a Disney fan, you should watch Once. Tons of references, tons of different characters. It's a great show. So, this season kicks off with them traveling to Neverland to hopefully save Henry, who was captured by these 2 kind of expendable, evil characters who are working for some unknown force that happens to be Peter Pan. So they travel to Neverland on hook ship. Lots of craziness ensues. Rumpelstiltskin kind of gets to be more Rumpelstiltskin-y and, goes and kills people and does all these dark things because he's back in his element, which is awesome. There's several interesting references. We do find out Neil's alive, and he's saved by Mulan and Aurora. He makes references to Mulan's movie, which is kind of funny in the season premiere. But the big thing that's interesting is we find out that Peter Pan is actually a bad guy in this show. Well, at least at first. We don't know if that's going to be the thing the whole season, but that's what we know. And of course, we're also reintroduced to Robin Hood, which is kind of cool. Again, I like the direction the show is going. I think this is going to be a very interesting, venture away from Storybrooke to see what happens in Neverland. It's a really dark and terrifying place, so I look forward to seeing what happens with that. Last but not least, we're going to talk about what is probably going to be one of my all-time favorite shows, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you're a Marvel fan, shame on you, you need to be slapped in the face. It's wonderful. The pilot episode was great, filled with action, plenty of adventure, lots of Joss Whedon-esque humor, lots of references to the Marvel movies. Really, really well done. It really established, this is a makeshift team of different S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who don't quite know how to work together yet. And then the second episode where you get this, unknown object that is of, it's from Hydra, so it has Tesseract abilities, like a giant laser. absolutely awesome action scenes in the second episode. And of course, the big reveal at the end, a cameo appearance by none other than Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, which is awesome. Of course, the first episode, the pilot had Colby Smulders as Maria Hill. So the fact that the first 2 episodes have big cameos, it makes me really curious as to what other big cameos could be coming in the show. I hope lots. But if you haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you really should. It's a wonderful show, lots of great action, lots of great suspense. It's definitely something you're going to want to check out. So those are my thoughts on Once Upon a Time, How I Met Your Mother, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hope you enjoyed them. Now we're going to talk about next-gen consoles with Next Gen Talk. Alright, so we have 3 big little notes for Next Gen Talk. I mean, it's not a particularly busy work week for Next Gen news, but it's something, so I figure I'll go over it. First of all, I think this is kind of a no-duh, but single-player saves will not transfer over to Next Gen from current gen. So those of you who are doing the upgrade, where you buy the current gen version, then upgrade for $10, your single-player saves will not transfer over. The only game I'm going to be doing that with is Madden, and I figure I can restart that one, no big deal. So that doesn't really affect me, but especially if you're getting a single-player focused game like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed or maybe Battlefield or Call of Duty, you won't be able to continue your save, you'll have to restart. So those games I wouldn't even bother getting the current gen version, I'd just wait, but those are my thoughts anyway. Secondly, Killzone PS4 bundle has been announced for Europe. So US gamers haven't gotten any bundles or any bonuses or anything really, because the game console makers are really fighting over Europe. Microsoft, of course, giving away FIFA for free. Sony announced all these bundles, and the US gets the shaft. Sadness. But, you know, I guess we're not that important. Or they don't think the US is as much of a battlefield as you'd think. So that's kind of cool. So if you're from Europe and you happen to be watching the show, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, you get a PS4 bundle with Killzone included and an extra controller and a camera, I believe, for the same price as an Xbox One. So that's kind of cool. Yay for that. Lastly, Xbox Fitness was announced for Xbox One. It's a fitness program. It's an app for the Xbox One, and it's going to be free up until January 2015 for gold members. So if you want to take advantage of it, especially if you get one at launch, you can download the Xbox One Fitness app for free. Use it for free for a year. I think in January you have to start paying for it like on a monthly basis or something, but I figure, I mean, you get a year with it, so hopefully you'll at least test it in that first year, try it, see if you think it's worth keeping. If not, get rid of it. Don't pay for it anymore, whatever. So, yeah, there's that. That's pretty much all we got for Next Gen Talk. I know it's not exactly exciting, but, you know, not every week is. Anyway, now we're going to do a recap of our one review. So, take a look. Now You See Me received a B+, or very good, because it has some really impressive magic and heist thriller scenes, and continues to keep you guessing the entire film. Not only that, but it has a really impressive cast and several twists and turns that you may not have been expecting from the beginning, which is kind of what you want in this type of film. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode of BigCTV. Next week's going to be exciting. We're going to be doing a test drive of Beyond Two Souls, brand new game coming out for the PlayStation 3. So that's exciting. We're not going to be doing Pokemon, just because it's kind of hard to do a video of a DS game. I mean, I could try, but it probably wouldn't work very well, so I'm not going to do that. But at the very least, you're going to get probably a movie review, most likely Gravity, which is going to be exciting. And then you'll get some test drive footage of Beyond Two Souls. So next week's episode, episode 14, it's going to be really exciting. October is going to be a great month for us, so look for lots of goodies. It's going to be good times. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day.